Hello everyone, Somalian here, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how to use the nuclear reactor. Now I'm sure you've been in this situation before. The power's out, the station is yelling out at you over comms, and there are no plasma sheets to be found. However, I do have to point out that there are some serious risks involved, in-game and out of the game, that you do check everywhere in engineering before attempting to use the nuclear reactor. Such as back here in this room on Outpost. If you're the CE, you can access this little door switch, and in these two crates you're gonna find about 60 sheets of plasma that you can use for the generator. However, if you're playing on Fall or Box, you are out of luck because Fall does not have a nuclear reactor and Box does not have the materials required to start up the nuclear reactor. Alright, so starting off, we're going to need a starter rod, a fuel rod, and we're going to need 6 of these control rods. Oops. There we go. So it's very important that you put on the 6 control rods exactly, otherwise you will be putting the station at risk of very horrifying explosions. Right, so then you put in the fuel rod and you put in the starter rod. Right? It's saying we have no voltage and low voltage, so we're going to go over here and we are going to turn the throttle to 40% insertion about here, as we can see on this control rod depth monitor, and we're going to keep it at a steady K of 1 to 2 right here. Now unfortunately, we are going to have to wait for it to throttle up the core temp, the neutron flux, and the pressure. But this will be alright for now. You do have to be patient with this, so this really should be used as a last ditch effort. Now what we're looking for is for the flux to reach around 5 to 6, and at that point we can remove the starter rod and retract the control rods to 35%. So we'll wait a little bit here and I'll cut ahead. Now if you are a bit impatient, you can hypothetically just slightly turn it down. You're gonna get warning of a high K value. Just turn it down a little bit to give it a small boost in productivity. Now, but do keep the reactor K value around a good 2 or 3 as it decreases again. Go. Now the core pressure is very high, so we're gonna turn it up real quick to help that. There we go. Alright, now we seem to be back to normal. Now we're gonna just... Right? So at this rate, you should have... Yikes, the core pressure is still high. Right, yeah, you're gonna want to monitor this. Keep the core pressure around a good bit. Don't let it get to red. This could result in meltdown, and if it does get higher than 10,000, don't be afraid to throw the control rod depth. Alright. Now, once it reaches around 4 to 5 flux, we can go ahead, go out here. Now that we've used it, we no longer need the starter rod, which I just picked up and took out. Alright. Go back here, see how everything's doing. Wrong thing. Now we can see right here we have a watt output of 280,000 watts, and it's still rising. And so you can see it's actually going very well. Oh no, the core pressure is very high. Let's just bump up the control rod depth for a second here. Go. Now you are going to notice a significant drop in the neutron flux, but trust me, you do have time to pick it back up. We are fine. And now you should have a consistent source of fuel for about 1 hour and 30 minutes. And so if the power goes offline again, that means either somebody turned it off, it exploded, or ran out of fuel. You'll hear a very loud explosion if it does explode. So just be sure to monitor these, be sure to keep it at a steady level, and not let it get above 10,000, because that would be very unfortunate. Alright? And that's about it. Now you know how to use it. But once again, do be careful when using this on servers. The consequences could be catastrophic. Now, in the event, let's say that somebody, I don't know, let's say an antag decides to come in and throw down the reactor control, right? This would cause a meltdown. So you're gonna, if somebody did this, you're gonna have to monitor the console and plunge the control rods down if you make it here in time. Now, you're gonna want to go to the reactor. I know this seems counterintuitive, but you're actually gonna want to go to the reactor and move all the rods before it can actually explode. Let's quickly just, there we go. Now, once this happens, we're back down to a steady core temperature that's decreasing, and we've contained it. However, in the event that this doesn't work, you are gonna want to shout out to your crewmates, and you are gonna want to let them know of the impending meltdown. Be safe, look out for antags, and don't do drugs. Have a nice day, everyone. And don't forget to leave a like and a comment of what I should do a tutorial on next. Goodbye.